What up, this your boy Joey Cash, one half of No Cap Podcast. Today, we got a special brother from the city in the house, man. We got a dude, man, that in turn, the impossible to the possible. You know what I'm saying? He come from our city, man, from our backyard. And I'm talking about he worked with the likes of Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? The whole West Coast. He turned up at a time where it wasn't highly. So, you know what I'm saying? This man had been on the cover of Double XL, the Source. You know what I'm saying? He'd been on MTV, BET. You know what I'm saying? No other than, you know what I'm saying, Flint's own John Connor, man.
Man, thank you. Thank you for that introduction,
Man,
bro.
it's real though.
Thank you.
How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. Like I said, anytime I hear people say that type of stuff about me, dog, it's overwhelming, and I'm appreciative.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's what's up, man.
Real.
But it's the truth.
Thank you.
And you fought for it, bro. Because you came out in a time where there wasn't no internet like that. You know what I'm saying? So everything was a grind. You know what I'm saying? And we want to get our audience familiar with you.
Mm-hmm.
What part of the city you from, man? What part of Flint you from?
North side, man.
Okay, you north side, baby.
North side, off of Brownell, in between Trumbull and fucking over by Civic Park School.
Okay, Civic Hood.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay,
Yes,
that's see.
born
see?
and raised.
Yeah.
Born and raised.
Okay.
Civic Hood. Yes, sir.
What you know what I'm saying? What's some of your life experiences down there, bro? Before all this shit. How was John Connor?
You know what's funny? Cause on
No, let me rephrase it. I'm sorry for stopping you, bro. But how was Deucey?
Oh shit.
Let's talk about Deucey, man.
What you know about Deucey?
How I don't know about Deucey, bro.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny. So anybody watching this that don't know right now, anybody that knew me growing up or still know me now, Deucey is what my friends, my family call me in the hood. That's the name. Yeah, that's my nickname. So man, damn, what was my experiences like? It was crazy because I grew up. My mother sent me and my sister to private school. We went to St. John Vianney on Bagley Street, and we went to Powers.
Okay.
So it was crazy because I would go to school and it was predominantly white folks, and then I would come home and it was the hood. You know what I'm saying? So my experience was a lot of times me and my sister we'd get fucked with, teased, made fun of. It's like, why y'all sound white? Why y'all sound like that, right?
Yeah.
But then I go to school and it's white people making fun of us because we sound too hood. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. I remember hearing that in some of your music.
Yeah. So it's like that was my experience growing up, where it was just like I had the same experience everybody else had though growing up in Flint.
Yeah.
I always tell people outside of Flint because they think that it's just all bad.
Mm-hmm.
I say it's kind of like the movie Friday, right?
Right.
Where it's the hood, but it's still funny shit that happens when you in the hood.
Right.
It give you character. It make you who the fuck you are. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like we experience like negative shit, but the negative stuff can either make you or break you. And I feel like that's the thing about us in Flint. I feel like we all let it make us. It give us character. It's they say if you could make it in New York, you could make it anywhere. I feel like if you could make it in Flint, you can make it anywhere.
So that's a true statement. If
Yeah.
you can make it in Flint, you can make it anywhere.
If you can make it in Flint, you can make it anywhere. Absolutely. Because I done seen hoods and ghettos all across the country, and I just feel like the things that we have to overcome in Flint is 10 times crazier, you know what I'm saying, than anywhere else. And I ain't never seen it beat us. I ain't never seen it defeat us. I always see it make us go back, rethink our options, and then come back stronger the next time. Is what I know. That's like, to me, the DNA of every person that's from Flint. Yeah.
And you right on point, bro.
You know what? Like, because I was saying to somebody else too, it's like I feel like with us in Flint, we can't just give the regular amount of effort that anybody else gives. It's like we gotta be 10 times better than the next motherfucker to even get half of the opportunities that everybody else get. Think about Clarissa Shields, right?
Right.
Even for her to get the level of notoriety that she getting right now, she had to go win a gold medal not once but fucking twice.
Right.
Then she had to not just be the best fucking female boxer of all time, she had to be the best in every fucking weight category. Then it's like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But she got that Flint in her. That's like, okay, if y'all gonna put me in this situation, then not only am I gonna be better than what y'all thought I was gonna be, I'm gonna be 10 times better than what the fuck y'all thought I was gonna be. It's almost like we all got a chip on our shoulder for even putting us in a situation that we have to work 10 times harder. It's like we wake up pissed and ready to fucking get it. I even think about, before we started rolling the cameras, I was talking about like Mo Cleaves. Think about that.
Yeah.
When the Flintstones won that national championship, that nigga came out there on a fucking broke ankle. Like,
yes.
The nigga couldn't just win it regular.
He had to be great.
We had to fucking go above and beyond. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like even in my situation, it was like, growing up in Flint, bro, it ain't like we stay where the, Def Jam is at, or we stay where these big labels is at. It was like, bro, when we was grinding in the beginning, it wasn't nobody just lining up to give us no opportunities. We had to scratch and claw and fight. I had to be in New York by my motherfucking self with Flint on my back, where these New York niggas looking at me like, who this Flint nigga think he is? Right. But it was like, because it's just in us naturally to not expect nothing to be given to us, I feel like my experience in Flint was just like all the rest of our experiences, where it's like, we gotta work 10 times harder to get where the fuck we need to go, but we ain't gonna bitch about it, we ain't gonna complain about it, we gonna embrace it, and we gonna stand up and we gonna do what we gotta do.
Wow, that's salute you, man. Cause we gonna take it, we gonna keep it at, we're gonna talk about Ducey a little bit more.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
What was the drive behind Ducey? Before we even got to John Connor, what was that point that made Ducey want to do this and take it serious? What made you take this shit serious?
So
serious as you did?
I would say my grandfather. My grandfather worked in the shop for 35 years. And I think that he instilled in me and my cousins, like, work ethic. Be a fucking man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is that you gonna do, put your all into it. Don't give up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he really instilled that in us. And I wanna say my grandfather's name on camera. Jack Lark Jr. was my grandfather.
Salute to Jack.
Yes. And so coming from a Ducey standpoint, it was, I ain't never want to let my grandfather down. Like, everything that he stood for. My mother would tell me stories about time where he would go without so his 4 kids could have. Yeah. Where it was like times where he needed new shoes, where he literally wore the soles out of his shoes, but he couldn't afford to get all 4 of his kids' shoes and him new shoes at the same time. So he would go without so they could have. You know what I'm saying? When my grandmother was too tired to do anything, he would pick up the slack, come home from work, cook, clean, do the dishes, all that shit. It was like my grandfather was truly like a man's man. And so for me, dog, it was always like, I don't want to let his legacy down. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't want what he stood for to be in vain. Was the way that I always looked at it. So it was like whether I did music or whatever I was going to do, it was, I just want to live up to what I always felt the standard of being a man that my grandfather was.
So that's deep, bro. Yeah. So you had a grandfather.
Yeah.
Was your dad around?
No, my father left when I was 10, 11 years old.
Okay. Yeah. But y'all had a relationship? Or...
We did.
See? You know what I'm saying? So you had the grandfather, dad, and mom. And look where it took you to, bro. Let's talk about you met Dre, bro. You work with Dre, Dr. Dre. When we say Dr. Dre, we talking about the NWA Dr. Dre.
That's a fact. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tell us something about Dre. How was that first day? How did y'all meet?
We met through Exhibit. So it was like, I think it was like 2011, 2012. Exhibit reached out to me on, I think it was Twitter. And his son had became a fan of my music. Okay. So he had hit me and he was like, yo, my fan is a son of your music. I think you dope. You want to go on tour? So he ended up taking me on tour. It was a tour all across Canada. He had an album out at the time called Collateral Damage. Right. So every day on the tour, he would always be like, yo, John, I'm going to look out for you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, okay, all right, cool. But at the time, I'm looking at it like, I had heard so many industry niggas like just talk that I wasn't expecting nobody to do nothing for me. So it was just like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I came out with an album called Unconscious State in 2013, and it charted on Billboard, right?
Was it local? Did you put it out independent?
I put it out independent, yeah.
And it hit charts?
I made it, like, this is some real shit, and I want to say it to the camera. That's why people don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't fucking do. Right. Don't let your surroundings beat you. I made that album in my mama's fucking basement, dog, and it charted on Billboard. Wow. So when people talk about you need a big studio, you need this, no, you don't. All you need is to believe in your motherfucking self and, like, keep going and have that drive. That's it.
That's it.
I can't stress it enough. I made Unconscious State in my mama's basement, dog. And I remember when the Billboard chart came out and it said John, and they called me because they have to call you to verify the shit. Right. So when Billboard had hit me up on Facebook like, yo, is this John Connor? I'm like, yeah. And they like, yo, your album is going to be on the Billboard chart when it come out next week. And I'm talking about, I can remember me and my homegirl at the time, we just had tears in our eyes because it was like, damn, like from a basement in Flint